In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the fastest method to get an M rank plus Snow Monarch in a Rise crossover. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. If you want to optimize your chances fully to go ahead and obtain the N rank Snow, the first thing you need to do is make sure you have a good spawn point set. During raid parties, this is by far the fastest way to go ahead and achieve this goal. So make sure you are going ahead and setting your spawn point in the right location. Moritown, to my beliefs, is the best one to go and have it set. And that means every single time you spawn in, you'll spawn in right here next to the event. The event happens every single 30 minutes. You need to keep that in mind. I mean, this is quite basic, but we'll go over it nevertheless. So it goes ahead and starts at 10, and then will last for 30 minutes, and then it will start, actually, I think it lasts for 15 minutes, then it starts again at 40. So it's basically 2 events every single hour. And then you need to make sure you're in this area. It's quite easy to find in most servers. Everybody is just going ahead and just AFK whacking their weapons there. What you may need to do, of course, is just work out what the area is. I mean, it really shouldn't take you too long. And then you're going to have to wait for the boss to spawn, as of course the first boss that spawns isn't actually the Monarch. The first one to spawn, I'm pretty sure, is Laruda, which with Laruda you can go ahead and get the brand new Laruda Wet Dagger, which I've just went ahead and made a video about. So if you want to check it out, feel free to. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get multiple G ranks and an M rank Snow. So N rank Snow works really similar to how the Shadow Monarch used to work. So if you're not sure about the Shadow Monarch, it is basically, sorry, not Shadow Monarch, I mean very similar to how Zyru used to work. I'm turning the auto clicker off, it's making me go a little bit crazy. So when it came to getting a G rank Zyru, you had to get really lucky when going ahead and being a normal SS rank Zyru. And that's basically how it works. So normally when you do go ahead and beat Snow, or the Snow Monarch, whatever you want to call him, it will go ahead and be SS rank by default. But if you do manage to go ahead and get lucky, actually it may be G rank by default. I think he's G rank by default. If you manage to get really lucky, you will go ahead and manage to obtain him as M rank. So the G rank is basically what the old SS Zyru would be like. And then if you do get lucky, you'll be able to get the M rank. And that's the same chance as roughly getting a G rank Zyru from the normal Zyru, which is about a 1 in 50. And now that is 1 in 50 from what you managed to go ahead and rise. I don't know the exact numbers, but if it's assuming it's the same numbers that everyone else is ranking up, it is a 1 in 50 of the ones you rise. So you need, in theory, 50 normal G ranks before you can go ahead and obtain one in SS rank. It has an insanely high amount of damage. Let's go ahead and give you guys a showcase of the damage then SS rank Snow we'll go ahead and do. We'll actually start at G rank, so that's the rank you get him, and then we'll show you what the M rank one is. And of course, this is with my multipliers, maybe different for some people, but it's doing 9.73 QI, which is a crazy amount for something to go and do. If you compare that to the Shadow Monarch at M rank, it is doing 5.41, so it's actually twice as strong as the normal Monarch. So it's kind of crazy. It's just, I believe, one of the strongest shadows you can currently get in the game that's possible to get. There is definitely stronger ones in the game. But anyway, you'll need to be in this area. You basically need to run to it as fast as possible. There'll be these other NPCs here. And honestly, you don't really need to beat this guy. There'll also be another boss that spawns all the way down here, as most of you will know. But again, you do not need it at all to go ahead and optimize speed for getting this. The only NPC that you need to be going ahead and beating is the one that will spawn in this location. And then it's technically the second one that spawns this location, as the first one isn't the one you're after. You do also have a chance going ahead and get some relics while AFK in this. I believe it's the Snow Crown you'll actually go ahead and get from beating Snow. So if you are lucky enough to go ahead and obtain a G rank or an M rank Snow, you can go ahead and get the Crown of Snow, which at E rank it'll go and give you an extra 8 levels, and at S rank gives you an extra 18 levels, which is quite a big jump, especially if you do have the double relic game pass, and you compare it with another extra relic game pass and extra relic, and you can get a really high level boost. This is 100% worth grinding. Now, you can AFK this relatively easily. Just be here, you know, you basically what every single one else of the other people is doing in this server, but you don't need to AFK it, and you can actually get more runs in if you do not AFK it. Now, you don't need to actually necessarily have like a group to do this with, but it does help out. To be where you will need to beat these ones around the side for it to go and spawn. It's literally the exact same as just beating the Ant Queen. The Laruda is the equivalent to the Ant Queen, and then Snow is equivalent to the G rank Zyru. And also, we got pretty lucky in this server, and this guy did actually go and spawn there, which I don't think I was fast enough to attack him. So that's unfortunate. I didn't realize he spawned at all that early on. But hey, all good there. We'll keep on trying to go ahead and farming up this guy over here. And hopefully we do manage to get a bit lucky when it comes to being gets. You will have to beat Laruda first. But Laruda isn't actually, of course, the goal. It'll be the Snow that spawn afterwards. Now, Snow does have a little bit of wait time. There'll also be a cutscene. So you have to basically be Laruda and then Snow will appear. And do be aware you can server hop with this, although it's a little bit harder to do than what it would have been in the past. As this event lasts for 15 minutes, I believe, before everything despawns, so you have like a 15-minute cooldown. It is possible to do. It just does take some more time, as Laruda is the first one you need to beat. And unlike the Ant Queen, you don't really one-shot it. It has an insane amount of health. which is 56 SX, which of course everybody in the lobby, you probably need to put N rank plus team to be able to doing this. You don't need N rank plus, but the amount of damage boost you need from it, you're going to want a lot of people with it. Also, you probably don't want G rank shadows. You can of course do SS rank shadows. You do not need G rank shadows. I don't say you don't need shadows at all to do this. Those shadows do a big amount of damage. Do enough damage to clear. You just need a good weapon, and the weapon I'd advise going ahead and trying to get this with would just be the charge blade, which will be go ahead and grind it up in the new XZ City area. So you can just grind that up. It costs cash. It really isn't too hard to get. And then you'll be able to go and do this. Of course, the higher the players you're playing with, I think you will need a slightly stronger weapon to go do, or at least slightly stronger weapon to get with a group of players that are able to do a lot more damage. But we'll be able to farm this guy up relatively fast. He shouldn't take too long to beat. It does take a decent amount of time. But anyway, let's skip to Laruda. It's just about to be eliminated. And now we've just went ahead and beat Laruda. Well, we're about to go and beat Laruda, which I'm sorry if I'm saying that at all wrong. You can go to Ryzen if you are lucky, but this is not what we're after. I suppose you could also go ahead and get one of him, which is not at all a terrible shadow to obtain. And it should take a few seconds, and then the next one should spawn in. Laruda's stats, if you are at all curious, is what I've got here. This is at least with my boost on it. It is alright, but it isn't really too crazy. But here it is, the G rank himself, or the M rank if you are looking to obtain him as. And now you need to beat him. He does have 137, but this really shouldn't be too hard again with the whole entire server teaming up behind you to go ahead and beat him. You should be able to get him eliminated in a relatively quick amount of time. Now, it is a bit of a pain just to go ahead and get this guy eliminated, but we should be pretty good to do so. Of course, you just need to make sure in a relatively stacked server. That's all I can really recommend to you, and it is the biggest tip to do this. Of course, the stronger the server in, or stronger the raid group you're in, the more clears you'll be able to get. It's kind of hard to get mobile clears, just how the whole event's set up. It is only really, I feel like, intended for one clear. Unlike Zyru, which you do a bunch of, just the amount of health means even with some people that are doing a lot of damage, I mean, hey, I'm really doing like 170 QI. I'm still quite a bit off really where I need to be to go ahead and be able to do the multiple clears in. But anyway, we should be able to beat him in just a few more seconds. So we'll go ahead and give it some time till then. Now the Snow Monarch is on its last little bit of health, and we are just about to go in and beat that. Like I said, it does take some time to do, and he really isn't a quick clear to beat. Of course, I'm not on a full server. I don't actually think the full server is over here, and it would be a lot more helpful if they would. But either way, though, we're going to see if we are lucky enough to rise. If you are trying to maximize chance of getting this guy, make sure you do have some good rise relics on. I actually don't have any, and also I think if you go ahead and get the drops thing, it may help you out as well, at least when it comes to getting the drop. But anyway, here it is. We're going to turn all rise off, man. We didn't actually turn it off fast enough, and we did not manage to get it. That's kind of unfortunate. It would have been a little bit more dramatic, but like I said, he is really hard to get. So honestly, AFKing it seems like the best strategy. I mean, you can manually go in and do it, and that will mean you'll get the attempts to go and get the other NPCs from this area. But honestly, I feel like the best way just to go to get this guy is just by going ahead and AFKing it. But anyway, guys, thank you a ton for watching today's video. Actually, you know what? Before we end the video, let's actually quickly just go over some of the other units that are in this event, just so you guys get a proper full tour. So an SS rank metal will go ahead and do with micro and boost on, of course, keep that all in mind. 598 Q, not 598, 59 QA, and if you do manage to get looking at one in G rank, you're going to be looking at 750. And then the other one is the Laura, which Laura, I'm definitely saying that 100% wrong. At SS rank, it will go ahead and do 63.26 QA, and at G rank, it will be doing 766 QA. But anyway, guys, I know I was a little bit late when it came to covering these videos on at least the most recent update, but do not worry, for the next updates, I'm really going to try and go ahead and be as fast as possible at clearing them. I've got the next week off, so I'm going to be grinding literally a ton of videos, not only on this channel, but I'm also going to be posting on my T-Dog channel as well. If you don't know, that's actually my main channel. It's linked to it in the description down below that you're all welcome to go and check out. So yeah, I would definitely recommend going ahead and checking that channel out, because I'm posting a bunch of anime games on there as well. But thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Yeah, show this video, watch this one in the top right, or maybe it's in the top left. Just watch the video.